The cost of acquiring donors is 5 times the cost of retaining donors. And just retaining 5% more of your donors can add 25% more to your donations overall. I'll repeat that. Acquisition costs is 5 times the amount it will cost you to retain your donors. And if you just retain 5% more of your donors, that will add another 25% to your donations. Taking a longer term view, and as Dr. Adrian Sargent would say, if you could retain an extra 10% of your donors and look at the lifetime value of that, you could actually create a 200% increase in your overall donations. So the question I want everyone to think about ideally today, given fundraising is getting harder for a number of reasons that many of you are aware of. So by retaining or renewing our donors can be so impactful, if retention is not near the top of your priority list, then why not? And secondly, to add to that question, given to renew your donors, it's renewing your donor relationships. Are you investing in understanding those relationships? Now, there's a conundrum that we hear a lot, and maybe, I know, Lauren, you might hear sometimes, or Bo, you might hear sometimes in meetings where around when do we invest in actually the whole measurement process of the impact of our fundraising activities and understanding which donors are at risk and which donors are engaged? Or hands up here who would more tend to actually invest in kind of the known or the low-hanging fruit activities in fundraising and then look to measure later. I know we find the latter quite often comes out. But to contrast to this, in the survey we did with a lot of you people here today in our last March quarterly luncheon, where I think roughly about 30 people responded to the survey, the resounding challenge to most of us is retention, retention, retention. So that asks the next question is, what is effective retention? Am I sort of putting my head away? When we talk about effective retention, what are the good and bad experiences that come to your mind? I like this US fundraising strategist, Mark Rovner, his view on effective retention. And he says, authentic engagement. No BS tote bags or fake emergencies. Deeply understanding why the donor supports you and delivering on her or his expectations. Superb content, great donor service. I really like the part where he talks about understanding and meeting the donor expectations, i.e. making the donor feel understood. So are we understanding our donors enough? Many of you who filled out the survey we sent around as part of the build up to today, we had that one question there is, do you understand who your donors are, or do you feel you understand? And across, well, we had 16 responders, and across the 16 responders, the average was out of 5 was 3.6, or 70%